Hi, I'm Matthew Pierce. Today I'm going to show you how to get rid of infected files in Rootkit. Now, a Rootkit is a piece of malware that it really burrows itself deep into your operating system and actually kind of gets itself in between your actual computer hardware and the operating system and replaces system calls in your operating system so that it can effectively hide from all your other antivirus pieces, software. It can prevent you from navigating to web pages that it doesn't want you to go to. Sometimes it prevents you from navigating to anti-spyware or malware protection web pages. It's really insidious stuff. You really want to get it rooted out if you have it in there. And the Rootkit stuff is the worst to have. But there are some tools you can get out there and download. One of them, if you go here to Malwarebytes, they're in beta right now. This is the Malwarebytes anti-rootkit, but it's getting really good reviews. And they'll probably be out of beta soon, but it does a really good job of finding rootkits, which is very difficult. Another one is Super Anti-Spyware. You can go to the website. It's another one of my favorites. It just does an excellent job. It was one of the ones that I used back a few years ago when there was a big wave of the Stux virus that went through, and it was the only one that can get it. And then another one, Avast, is one that I recommend highly for your ongoing antivirus and anti-malware needs. It's a really good one, but there's other really good ones like AVG and Kaspersky and Norton, and McAfee. There's a whole bunch of really good ones out there, but you don't have to pay a lot for them. So what you want to do is download them onto your system, install them, and let them update. When you bring it up, like for instance, you bring up Malwarebytes, it's going to want to come up, ask for permission to run. And then when it comes up, it's probably going to want to update its virus definitions, but you want to do that manually if it doesn't. Go ahead and go and update it. But before you run any of these, what you want to do is reboot into what's called safe mode. Safe mode is where the computer comes up but doesn't come all the way up, so that it hopefully cuts off the opportunity for these pieces of malware to run and gives you an early opportunity to get to them. And when you do that, to do it is reboot your PC, and then as it's coming up, tap the F8 key. And once it comes up, you'll be presented with this screen right here, and you can maneuver through, pick which safe mode you want to come up in. Just pick safe mode. They're all they have different features, but with safe mode just by itself with no networking, then the malware can't call home and combat you while you're in safe mode. So once you get in safe mode, it will look like this. And, any desktop tools you have will be right up here, and it'll say safe mode in the corners like this. Now that's the time when you want to start with malware, the rootkit remover. Bring that up and let it run, take its recommended actions. When it gets done, it's going to want to reboot, but don't do that yet if you're going to run other pieces of anti-malware software like Super Anti-Spyware. If that's the case, just shut down Malwarebytes, bring up Super Anti-Spyware, run it, do the same thing. Take its recommended actions, go all the way through. Then if you're going to do a scan with Avast or Kaspersky or Norton, something like that, run those too. Then when you get all the way through, then reboot your system, and it should come back up and be all cleaned out. But to really be sure with a rootkit, since they're so insidious, really, you're not going to like this, but the best thing to do is reinstall your operating system, because there are little bits and pieces that are just so hard to find that you can't do it manually. And these tools, they do the best they can. They have experts working on them, but there's stuff that can get away. So if you can save your data off and reinstall, and then put all your antivirus and anti-malware software back onto it, and make sure you keep them up to date, and then hopefully in the future you won't have these problems. My name is Matt Pierce. Thanks for watching.